Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley. Reports are out. Adam Schefter per Kim Jones. Saquon Barkley does not intend to sign his franchise tender. And for some people, this may be a surprise, and for some, it may not be a surprise. For me, it is not a surprise at all. We all knew, or a lot of Giants fans knew, once the season ended and the running back market turned into what it was, a lot of players not seeing the type of dollars that were expected or projected, that there will be a certain type of issue. Now, the rumors were at the bye that the Giants offered a $12.5 per year $1 million deal for Saquon Barkley that he turned down, and he decided to bet on himself, get to the off season, and let this market dictate what he was going to make. Now, here's the other thing: he said out of his own mouth that he did not want to set the market, and in some cases, you believe things like that, but at the end of the day, you have a player. This is football. You put your life on the line. You put your livelihood on the line. You want to be compensated. And Saquon Barkley wanting more money is not the problem at all. In this dangerous sport, especially with his injury history, he's seen how fast the sport can be taken away from you. Now, on the business side of things, when the market is what the market is, because everybody tells me that the market dictates what you make, but in this case, Saquon Barkley is saying no. The market does not dictate what I'm going to make, and now we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And now we get to see what Joe Schoen is going to do. Is he going to stick to what he said about not flinching? The tag is what the tag is. $10 million guaranteed. Does Saquon Barkley want to do that? I think it's more about him wanting to be a Giant for years to come, whether that be a 2-year deal, 3-year deal. With the life of running back, things can change rapidly. But I think a lot of people believe that Saquon Barkley still has good years left, whether it's 3 or 4 years. You guys can be the judge of that. You guys have your own opinion, but for me, I'm thinking about the running back position, and this just goes to show me that it does not matter what your name is. The position is what the position is, and the value on the running back is not as high as it's been. And you know what? You can kind of blame running backs for the market to be so low, because you've seen these big contracts not work out time after time after time. McCaffrey might be one of the outliers. Derrick Henry might be one of the outliers, but when you look at Ezekiel Elliott, when you look at I can't even remember the guy's name from the Rams, Todd Gurley. When you look at his contract, there's some dark days and dark shadows casting on the running back market. And just think about some of the top running backs this season. Josh Jacobs had to settle for the tag. Miles Sanders had to sign a team-friendly deal. I believe his total guaranteed was $13 million for a 3-year or 4-year deal, when Saquon Barkley was being offered $12.5. At the bye that he turned down. Now, what this does is, because he does not intend, like I said, these are reports per Adam Schefter, per Kim Jones. These are reports that Saquon Barkley does not intend on signing his tag. And again, he wants to play hardball. He wants his deal. This is a part of a negotiation, but it changes the strategy, for the draft, in my opinion. It changes the strategy. And now, where you were looking for a running back to pair with Saquon Barkley, you could be possibly looking for a running back to replace Saquon Barkley. And I will say this: if he doesn't sign the tag, will he hold out? Or is this just, let me play hardball to try to get a deal done? But at the end of the day, there is a deadline for that tag. Will he sign it? Will he sign it? And that's going to be the question, right? We're playing a game of chicken here. The New York Giants, Joe Schoen, we're playing a game of chicken with Saquon Barkley and his agency, his representation. And again, this changes a lot when you think about this draft. So, we thought about a running back possibly in the 4th round, day 3 type deal. Now, if one of these guys tend to fall, now I'm not saying that you go ahead and draft a running back in round 1. This is not a Bijan Robinson thing, a Jahmyr Gibbs type of thing. But if the quality's there in the 3rd, and you've already have taken care of positions like center, wide receiver, cornerback, things like that, do you take a longer look at the running back? Also, do you just throw your hands up, you know what, and say that, he's available for trade? And then you have negotiations with another team and you get compensation for Saquon Barkley. So, with this announcement, again, it does not come as a surprise. The man wanted a certain amount of money, and now you're looking at he's ready to play hardball. And John Mara said what he wanted to say about he wants, Saquon Barkley to retire a Giant. And at the end of the day, that's cool. You're the owner. Let your GM do the job. But I will say this to Saquon Barkley. Don't let the Giants find out that they don't need you. Because in some cases, especially when it comes to running backs, they can be replaced. Not total production, but they absolutely can be replaced. I want Saquon Barkley back. I want him in blue. I want him to be a Giant. I want him to be, retire a Giant. I want his jersey in the Ring of Honor. I want Saquon Barkley here. Let's be clear on that. But at the end of the day, I'm still a New York Giants fan. And in all honesty, I've been a Giants fan longer than Saquon Barkley's been alive. I've been a fan. I've been around for all 4 Super Bowls, man. I'm old enough. But again, this is news that broke. Reports about Saquon Barkley not willing to sign that tender, and we will get to see what happens. This is more drama for the New York Giants this season. We started off with Daniel Jones drama, and now we have some Saquon Barkley drama going into this draft and possibly after that. So I'm excited still, curious to see how this thing plays out, and curious to see what the New York Giants decide to do in the draft. Just even more drama to this whole thing. Okay, I want to thank you guys for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. We got some drama, people. Let's go.